All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking some massive, rapid-fire announcements from the team over at Pulse. If you've been following along, you know Pulse is positioning themselves to be the foundational DeFi infrastructure, the backbone, really, for Midnight. Now, Midnight is that upcoming data protection Layer 1 blockchain built to safeguard sensitive data while staying completely decentralized. By looking at Pulse's recent GitHub activity and roadmap updates, we can actually piece together exactly how they plan to roll this network out. So let's dive in. Looking at the sheer volume of these updates, we really have to ask a massive question. Is privacy the next unstoppable narrative in crypto? Historically, total transparency has been the default, right? Every transaction, every wallet balance, your entire trade history, it's all completely public. But these sources suggest a major industry pivot is underway. As big institutional players and everyday users demand the same kind of confidentiality they get in traditional finance, the architecture of DeFi is having to evolve to make data protection the absolute default. And the brand leading this charge is Pulse. What's super interesting here is that they aren't just mapping out some theoretical vision. No, the source material shows they've already submitted their GitHub pull request for mainnet deployment. Building the plumbing for a new chain is incredibly tough. You need secure smart contracts, liquidity mechanisms, the whole shebang before any real adoption happens. By submitting this code now, Pulse is stepping right up to be the premier application layer the second the underlying chain goes live.
Okay, moving to Section 1, the privacy takeover. You can really feel the energy from the development team right now. They're literally declaring that, quote, it's almost privacy time. This phrasing is a huge signal. It means they're pivoting away from treating blockchain privacy as this super niche, highly specialized feature, and instead positioning it as a core utility for everyone. There's a growing consensus that for DeFi to truly scale, you've got to be able to execute trades without broadcasting your entire strategy to the internet.
So the crucial point to understand is how they actually achieve this. Midnight isn't just an experimental side project. The team firmly positions it as the upcoming top privacy Layer 1 in the entire space. Rather than relying on simple mixers, chains like Midnight use zero-knowledge cryptography. Basically, this lets the network validate that your transaction is totally legitimate, ensuring the math checks out, without actually revealing your underlying data to the public ledger. It's absolutely crucial for balancing regulatory compliance with real data confidentiality. Let's move on to Section 2, the Midnight Mainnet DEX. The momentum in these sources is just wild. The Mainnet ETA is a mere 2 weeks away. That means the deployment of the very first privacy dApps is practically imminent. Transitioning from a testnet to a live mainnet is a massive technical milestone. It's the moment when all that theoretical code meets real-world capital, testing the zero-knowledge infrastructure live in real time. This means users will imminently have access to a truly world-class privacy DEX. Actually, think about how a standard decentralized exchange works for a second. Every liquidity pool, swap size, and slippage tolerance is out there for everyone to see, which leaves traders wide open to front-running. A privacy DEX totally flips the script. By shielding the transaction data and obscuring liquidity depths, it makes secure, private swaps a reality, giving you the confidentiality of a centralized trading desk, but keeping it 100% non-custodial.
All right, Section 3. Enter the Moonlight Bridge. But how do you actually get your assets into this new ecosystem? Well, here is the major tech reveal: Moonlight Wallet. This was framed as a massive announcement. It's a native, highly reliable bridging solution built specifically to connect the highly transparent Cardano network with a secure Midnight network. Bridging between a public ledger and a shielded ledger introduces some incredibly complex cryptographic challenges, ensuring value transfers without leaking metadata.
But for the user, the mechanics are beautifully simple. Step 1, just bridge your Cardano tokens over to Midnight. Step 2, supply liquidity and trade privately, totally shielded from public view. And Step 3, bridge back to Cardano literally whenever you want. The whole design is focused on user sovereignty, making sure you keep total control over your capital as it moves back and forth. Now, what's really cool is the specific list of supported assets mentioned for this initial launch. We're talking ADA, SNEK, IAG, and Strike. This means you can easily bring a diverse mix of your favorite Cardano tokens, including high-volume community assets, across the bridge right on day one. It's a really strategic move by Pulse to import established trading volume directly into their new privacy-focused environment. And here is the kicker. Moonlight isn't some distant promise on a roadmap. The source documentation confirms the smart contract is literally already complete, and this seamless bridge goes live in just 30 days.
Establishing such a tight 30-day launch window means the core logic is locked in and likely finishing up final security audits. They are pushing hard to ensure liquidity can flow into Midnight almost the second the DEX goes live.
Finally, let's jump to Section 4, the unrevealed June product.
Look at this incredible roadmap recap. We've got the privacy DEX dropping in 2 weeks, the Moonlight Bridge following up in 30 days, and then, well, another completely mysterious, unannounced product loading up for June. Releasing foundational infrastructure back-to-back like this shows a highly coordinated rollout strategy, systematically building out a fully functional DeFi ecosystem step by step.
The Pulse team is building serious momentum here, explicitly teasing that, quote, June is going to be huge. They are clearly cooking up another major piece of infrastructure to complement the DEX and the bridge. Usually, once you have an exchange and a bridge, the next logical steps are things like lending markets, stablecoins, or yield aggregators. Whatever it is, they're signaling a massive expansion beyond just simple token swapping. So we leave you with this final thought. With a world-class privacy DEX and a seamless cross-chain bridge basically locked in and ready to deploy, what could this unannounced product possibly be? What's the missing puzzle piece needed to completely activate this ecosystem and take Cardano and Midnight to the next level? As this incredibly fast timeline unfolds, we'll find out soon enough. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and until next time, keep learning.